News.
And good happy morning. How is everyone doing today?
I'm great.
How was that for timing? I'm like,
bang,
whoa,
right on,
how we
right on.
going?
So
So
a lot of stuff goes on in the background before you hit the go button. It's
I'm like, okay, y'all quit. I gotta hurry up and get this done. So Keith, what do we got going on today?
Well, listen, it's already a backwards day for me. You ever have backwards days?
I think that's the way I live.
I watch SpongeBob SquarePants, and he has.
Well, Stephanie's
I love
laughing.
it. I love it.
Yeah, I know she watches
Taking
it too.
back to
So,
college.
he had opposite day all the time, and him and Patrick, and it was pretty cool. But I brought my laptop to have some things to talk about.
I don't see it.
Well, Stephanie's going to be here today, and we're going to introduce her in just a second. But that had some subjects on there I wanted to talk about and some details, and then I went to work and took my laptop in and left it. So it's one of those things. Anyway, we have a special guest here with us today, and a good friend of mine. I've known Stephanie for years. I've known her husband since he was born. So
Everybody seems to be saying that.
yeah. So anyway, we learned yesterday that she didn't move to Lawrenceburg. She married to
I know
Lawrenceburg.
that was your
And I thought,
favorite thing to say yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a new
Married into
catchphrase.
friendship with you. I think
Yeah,
that's what
absolutely.
happened
So we've been to the beach together and all these things.
I'm going to tell your wife.
She was there.
Now,
She was there.
My
too.
wife
okay,
was there.
I got a question.
Right beside me.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you see Keith's feet naked?
No. I tell you.
I don't know.
There's a story here.
There you go.
Or was he
happened.
wearing
I don't-
shoes and socks?
I think he was wearing shoes and socks.
There you
Okay.
go.
We have a very.
So.
And this was at the best #1 rated beach in America, all right?
But my dad is the same way, so it didn't
I
strike me
mean,
too.
we have a very. This is from you were. She was sitting with us on the X yesterday,
Yep.
and so. We cut up like that every
Yeah,
week.
yeah, good.
Okay, so you can see there's story after story like that. And Keith's like, I never wear, go barefoot at home. So we always say, do you shower naked? And so we say, so my job is to try
Oh, my
to
goodness.
get reactions out
Yeah.
of Keith.
Yeah, and it's a futile attempt, after all these years. You
And
should
see,
know that.
this is fun for me because he's on video today,
Yeah,
and he's
that's
usually
even better.
and
Yeah.
he's usually not on video.
That's what I was afraid of.
I know.
That's why I'm hoping Lonnie was coming in here.
Yeah,
Not
and so usually it's us on radio, and so one of our funniest days is the day he tried to tackle me to keep from talking on the
I
X.
did not. I was trying to cover your mouth.
Well, and then
I was like, "Ooh."
yeah, but then there was
It's got
this.
a long reach.
Well, no, we were sitting closer. Was Maddie between us even?
Yeah, I
and then
think so.
Keith makes this giant leap going after me to try to shut me up. And, it's like he wished he was that Elastigirl from The
Yeah.
Incredibles because it didn't work too well. And then you hear Goofy going off the cliff going, woo! We need a hotkey that says that, but
yeah, I
it
know.
was hilarious. But so because I like to say stuff like that, but try to do it in a very clean way.
yeah.
Because see, we never need a mute button for Keith.
Yeah, hopefully.
No,
That's
but
right.
you never put Charlotte or Maddie on speakerphone.
That's exactly right.
I mean, you just don't
100%.
do it. Keith,
You gotta immediately say, my kids are in the car, or
I know.
we're at church.
Right.
Things like that.
But anyway, enough about that. So, Keith,
Okay.
we went to the open house for Stephanie Edwards'
Yep.
new
Yeah.
business, and it
Yeah.
was very cool.
We'll let her tell us all about
Yes.
that. And it's called the Jubilee Trading Post. I got to go there, and it was very cool. I like cool places, and I'm not just saying that. I like those kinds of things. And so I got the full tour, but we'll let her talk about her business. Stephanie can tell us about all that they do over there. And one thing I didn't get clear yesterday that maybe you can elaborate on today some is I know it's a not-for-profit organization, so
Correct.
not-for-profit organizations have to benefit something, right?
Exactly.
And so I think I was cloudy on that yesterday, or didn't get any.
A non-profit store is something that's a little hard to wrap your mind around. So, Jubilee Trading Company, we had our Chamber of Commerce ribbon cutting on Tuesday. That's where I met Charlotte. And we're really excited. It's been something that's years and years in the making. I guess the first iteration of this business was probably about 8 years ago. We've been doing it out of my attic for all this time. Finally start tripping over ourselves, and we're looking for space in town. So Lots of layers, but the layer we're excited about this week is our storefront opening. So this Saturday is our first Saturday open to the public. So we're celebrating our grand opening with 20% off the whole store, and Espresso Revival coffee truck will be there with us, and we'll have a raffle for a $100 gift card for everyone who comes through. So Jubilee Trading Company started out with me working with my dad making metal art. And that was one of those accidental side hustles that we never really expected to turn into much. And my dad didn't need the extra work.
So when you say metal art,
Yeah.
so when you say metal art, I saw some of this. So obviously, he has either a water jet or a laser cutter or something that cuts
it
metal.
is plasma.
I was going to say,
Wow.
plasma cutter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
I've been around the plasma cutter.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I know that should not
Are you like a
surprise you.
plasma cutter operator? You got your license
No,
and stuff
but
like that?
you know, you never can.
Oh, well, she has
I
some
brought
examples.
show and tell today.
Look
So
at
let's
that.
see.
All you got, all you got to do is talk about it, and
then
the
just-
camera will talk. Yeah, I know.
Fancy. Yeah. So my dad can cut things that are 4 feet by 8 feet, but this is so much easier to bring in. So we make home decor out of his steel. So it's all flat, and then we bend. And so everything's designed in-house by me or my team, and we send it to my dad. He's in Estill Springs, and my dad agreed to it as a reason to call me regularly.
Aw, it's so
and
sweet.
he is very sweet. And then I ended up putting him to work in a big way. So so that turned into more than we ever expected. And I was done creating more work for my dad. He is still very busy with this, but was looking for ways to create jobs for people who actually needed them. So I was connected with a leather artisan in Morocco through a series of very interesting events.
Do you know where Morocco is?
Yeah, hey.
It's across the big pond.
It is across the big pond.
It is.
And you remember the song, the Marrakesh Express?
Oh, yeah.
They were going to Morocco. They were in Morocco heading to Marrakesh. They were in Casablanca heading to Marrakesh.
There you go.
So-
That was
Well,
in Africa, right?
Yeah, it's on the western coast of Africa.
Kevin's
You've been there, right?
North Africa. I've been there twice
I'm not
now.
real sure on the song. Can you sing a little bit for me?
It's a Crosby, Stills, and Nash. If you can hum it, I can sing it. I only know the words.
I know.
Da, 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 da.
I know enough about the content that my artisan was on the Marrakesh Express
Ooh.
and
Look
had
at
a
that.
life change. So, yeah. So really, we could talk about these things all day.
Listen, we get diverted all the time.
We really do.
So it's okay. We got a whole hour to talk about
Everything,
the shop,
everything
so.
about
Great.
us is about a song.
So I noticed that she brought this here today, and it says "Be Still," and there's a faith based content to a
Absolutely.
lot of the stuff that you sell down there.
Absolutely.
But you know, Charlotte, this is more practical for you than
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how to be. I don't know how to be still. So I don't know
Well,
why you're talking to me.
I'm the same way, so I'm just saying.
Maybe if you throw it at me and knock me out or something.
I think that's pretty cool to
Got some sharp edges.
It's not too sharp. It's made with a plasma cutter, so there's no burrs or anything like that.
Well,
I mean,
my dad lovingly grinds them.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can see on the backside.
So what's your dad's name?
My dad's name is Steve.
Steve, thank you for doing
and
this.
now Stephanie. Yep. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
That's what happened there.
Does he spell Steph? Is he Stevens, Stephn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, let's put it up here so we can look at it the rest of the. I was
Yeah.
thinking, we need one with. We need some cars and guitars.
Cars and guitars.
That could be your
You
new,
can-
That can be your new show name.
I don't know what it needs to be. It don't need to be cars and guitars
Right.
because I don't know anything about cars or guitars. So
It's not like you own a dealership or anything.
Yeah.
Huh?
No.
anyway, I cut Stephanie off talking about the Marrakesh Express, and I may
Stephanie,
look up
be
the lyrics and we'll
prepared for the
sing that
next
after a
40
while.
minutes to be cut off.
I have two preschoolers, so that's my life.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
I know.
So she was talking about the process that her dad makes these things. I think is what it was. So
Was
you
it
can
that or
elab-
Morocco?
Oh, no.
Well, no, yeah, that's right. She said that she went to Morocco. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
So,
which is awesome.
made my dad busier than he expected to
Okay.
be. looking for ways to give jobs to people who actually needed more employment. So got connected indirectly, divinely, to a leather craftsman in Morocco who had a good thing going, but he just didn't have a good outlet. He was in a small community, just not a lot of tourists there that are going to buy things. So all I did was bring his stuff to the United States. With working with my dad, I knew how to sell on an Etsy and have my own website. So it's okay, well, I can just create this channel for you. And that was in 2019, and they've been enjoying much more steady employment because of this, which is pretty cool.
That is cool. So a couple questions I have. Number one, did you just happen upon this guy, or?
Well,
You may not can elaborate much, but
Are you talking about her dad?
No. I'm talking about the artisan themselves.
Okay. I mean, she
Yeah.
just.
I mean, you had to have a reason. Was that the reason
Exactly.
you went to Morocco, or it just happened while you were there?
I was on this journey of, okay, there has to be, I've always had an international passion. I was that kid that collected National Geographic magazines.
Yeah.
And knew where Mozambique was. And
Why don't you tell
I'm
us
laughing
where?
because I have no clue.
Where's that at?
and I studied abroad in college, had planned on living anywhere but the United States after college, and then I married in Lawrenceburg.
So
you know?
I'm glad you said that, because you and Charlie took like a world tour, didn't you, at one time? How many countries did you go
Okay,
see?
well, there's what we planned on, and then what didn't.
And what happened?
But yeah, we both studied abroad in college. At kind of in the same year, but in staggered schedules in Australia, in different cities. But it was really exciting to at least be in the same time zone for a little while. So yes, we both studied abroad in Australia. He took a few other mini-term study abroads. I did a summer internship with a missions organization in Haiti, which that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
And then we had planned on a backpacking tour through Southeast Asia, and then my husband tore his ACL 2 weeks before we left. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah. So
But you didn't go to Nepal though.
we went to Peru instead.
Okay.
And then a couple years later, we went to Vietnam and Cambodia from
Okay.
part of that trip planning. But
So,
kind
what-
of hopped along.
You know, I think
places.
that's awesome. And we had I went to an event went Tuesday night, and we had a speaker from I don't know where it was from, Malaysia, I guess, and you know. Just a great, they have a great culture over there. It's mostly Muslim though.
Very
and,
Muslim, yeah.
And but he's a Christian in a Muslim world, and has a great message.
Wow,
and
that's
and
amazing.
just good folks. It opens your eyes up to a totally different world. I'm almost jealous that I don't get to do those kinds of things, but I'm happy that you
Hey,
did. That's
come-
awesome.
You
Come
still
with me
can.
sometime.
Woo! I
You're not
can't.
dead yet. You still can.
Now I'm I want to like go cruising. That's about all I want to do. So.
But you stay in the library.
I do stay in the library. I'm the only one. If you want to find solace on the ship, go to the library. You'll be the only one in there. I guarantee you. You have all those games to yourself and everything.
We laugh at
You ain't
him.
got to worry about showing your feet.
Exactly right. You can wear your shoes in the library.
Where I was going, yeah.
So anyway, we got diverted
Yeah,
again.
but
and
finding this guy is what you asked.
in Morocco, we've got a artisan there, and he makes these wonderful things. She's going to tell us about them.
Yeah, so I had relationships from hopping around the world a few times of people who lived in faraway places that could use, didn't have as much economic opportunity. And so I sent emails to everyone I knew in all corners of the world, and nobody had any viable options. And it's like, okay. So there was one organization that I knew that kind of brought products in from around the world, and I trusted them. And I was looking through their website. I was like, I don't know. And they had some leather bags. And I was like, I think I could do something with that. So I just sent them an email of, would your leather partner want to work with me? And they said, well, we will take your information, forward it. And
Yeah.
if they want to get back with you, then... and they actually did. So they were the only person who answered my email, and we took it from there.
Wow, that's they had to figure out if it's junk mail or not.
I know, right?
It's there's a process you have to go through and everything. You know, I get those emails every day. Hey, we got these things. Whatever.
Yeah, I was that person. Yeah.
Well, that's that's pretty cool. You know, I get a sense that this isn't about yourself. It's about helping others, and what a great mission. You know, I just want to applaud you for that. It's good to help other folks out. It's I think Scripture says it's better to give than to receive, and to me, this is a business about giving and giving back, and wow, what a business to be in. It's just awesome.
Thanks.
Just awesome.
Thanks.
Show them the leather thing that you
All
brought
right,
today.
so Keith is the proud owner of one of these now. So this was one of our first products that we made together. I am happy in the home decor sector. So leather catch-all tray. So what do you put in it now, Keith?
So I wish I had took a picture of it. So it is an exact fit for my phone, and my phone does fit in there.
Perfect.
My phone, my watch, my keys, and my wallet, and loose change. And I've got a jar for loose change, so it don't stay there long. But I put it in a jar. So
Yeah.
But it catches everything. Otherwise, it's just thrown all over the bathroom counter.
Yep.
So
Charlotte
I love
owns one as
something.
well.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
What do you do with yours, Charlotte?
Right now, it's under my desk.
It's under your desk. Okay.
Because I haven't been able to give it to
Kevin,
my
where do you
husband.
throw your keys and stuff whenever you get home?
On top of the dresser.
Oh, you do? You need a catch-all.
Oh, yes, I
We have
do.
this beautiful handing pad.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's
We have it
coincidental.
Stamped. I'm partial to the fun stamping.
I do too.
but
I like
I
that.
like stamping too.
We also have plain with no stamping and in black.
So
like that.
which we talked about this yesterday. We need one that's about like this
Bigger.
for Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlotte needs one. But one of my favorite products I saw yesterday. So excuse the post, but
You're
the
fine.
pillow.
Oh, the pillow. Yes.
I want
Yeah.
some of these pillows.
So tell us about the pillow. I didn't see the pillow, I don't think.
Oh, see, look.
And it's the back side of it. I'll
This
stop
is the
talking.
wool side. The other side is leather.
That's huge.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
other side's leather, and this is the wool side.
So let me tell you about this wool. So nice leather. I think that one had a solid leather side.
Yes, it did.
So it's like a reversible situation.
Love it.
So the wool, this is kind of the mindset where we try and do every layer of this is intentional and impactful. So nothing's like thrown together of, well, this is an easy component. My partner in Morocco sourced this fabric. It's completely locally made. So it's Atlas Mountain Berber wool from Sheep on the Mountain, where
there's the other
his
side.
community is. Yep. So the wool is locally sourced, and then the way they spin wool is still like the centuries old techniques.
Wow, with the big spinning wheel and stuff like that.
Not even. It's a stick, and
that's too modernized.
Women sit. This is like maybe 500,000 years ago. Sit and they have their tufts of wool, and they spin it on the stick and do it by hand.
Wow.
And so the yarns or on that fabric you can see are inconsistent because it's all just done by hand.
It's handmade.
Yeah, and then some of our pillows have tassels, and I have some in my house, and it's wool that's not heavily processed, and so you can pull the yarn apart, which my children do.
But the pillows don't come apart, though.
Pillows don't come apart. It's the
Yeah.
tassels are.
I would buy some, except I have cats.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's perfect. Flip the leather side over when you leave. And let the leather side, flip
Yes,
the leather side up.
and my cats have clawed up my leather furniture, and I'm like,
Oh,
I could have told you before that happened what was going to happen.
well, before that I had kids, so
Well,
I'm just and
Same
now,
difference, huh?
Now I'm going to be a grandmother, so I'm just forget
but
it.
I don't know that I saw the pillow when I was there, and I like
I
that.
still probably will go get one.
Okay,
because I
that's
love
cool.
them.
So you brought some other stuff with you, though,
did.
Because there's more than what do you call you sell for more than one person, right? Or one group.
exactly. So we have.
Now I didn't see
Wow.
this.
Yeah, so while we're on the leather, this is one of my favorite pieces and one of our best sellers.
If that's a wind chime, it's a silent wind
No,
chime.
it's just a wall art piece, but we have it in this size and bigger. But this has been super popular, one of those modern designs. No wind chimes. And then, of course, you have to have leather bags. And theirs is a crossbody. The strap is
I
shortened.
think Keith
for
needs to model
effect.
that.
I'm going
for
to tell
us.
you.
Satchel.
Keith modeled that for us.
I would take a man purse, a merce, or whatever they call it. Absolutely.
My husband's obsessed with leather bags.
So-
like, they're not man purses, but he's obsessed with carrying like messenger bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of those.
It's nice to have a man that will keep up with his own stuff, though.
Hey,
Yes,
isn't that
but
right?
we've got so many of them. I mean, you know, they laughed that of all the.
You didn't have a yard sale, and I need to come.
I mean, he's got a leather, lunchbox, lunch bag, and I'm like,
Hey.
I mean, he likes nice stuff,
Yeah,
and
but-
I'm like, okay, enough's enough. And I'm like,
Yeah, but your husband's intelligence level is like over the moon.
well, he married me, didn't he?
Well, there's got to be some balance in life, you know, is what
That
I'm
was
saying.
that's before he got smart. He was just young and
my
stupid
goodness.
that long time ago.
So-
What are you laughing so hard for, Kevin?
Stephanie brought some
I
great
don't
stuff.
know.
All right, so
It's a nervous laugh.
one of the first pieces I made with my dad was our little bird collection. So we have a whole table full of designs like this. So you can put it on your fence post. It's a perfect grandparent gift. Let's see where.
There you go.
Yeah, this was one of our first product collections from 2016.
What
and
inspired that? I got to ask, what inspired that right there? Is it just say, hey, I got this machine and it can make birds?
You know that initial Pinterest scroll of what do you do with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like birds. Yeah.
There you go.
So now my favorite is we've got an owl that's on a post in our
I'm
shop.
gonna tell you about this
Oh, please
because
do.
you can't tell just by looking at this, but you had these yesterday. So you see it comes with screws because I'm gonna tell Kevin because he wasn't there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You take it, Kevin, and you can screw it to a tree and put it outside, and it looks like there's a bird sitting on a tree.
Okay.
And so she
Are
had
you being
these-
for real?
Yeah.
Did you not see them all over
Yeah.
the trees that were?
I did not.
Yeah.
Were
you
you-
Where?
Thought they was
Were-
birds.
Kevin,
In the middle of the room.
your name ain't Kevin. Were you in the shop?
You're like my mom. It's
I mean,
Kevin, Kim.
Were you in the shop? Did you see this stuff?
Yes.
I mean, I'm just asking because
I was engaged in conversation
He was.
a lot of time.
Well,
Yeah.
And,
you know, so
when I walked in the door, my eyes saw the tray, and I was just,
well, so
I knew
they
I had
had
to have
these
it.
mounted, several different things mounted on tree limbs and stuff inside the shop. So you can take
I
all
did not
these
see that.
and
I'm
put
sorry.
them out, and that's why there are on the trees and different products that they have, so that you can put them outside and enjoy them looking like they are
Little bird
actually
friends.
little bird friends.
little bird friends.
Yeah.
So and then they're out like all the time.
You know, we have in our yard, we have really cool animal friends. So I went walking today, and we have a bunny rabbit that lives in the hosta. And I probably could write a story about that. We have this huge hosta that we couldn't, you know, we tried to kill it, but it kept coming back, so we're letting it live.
Tried to kill the bunny.
No, the hosta. And so this bunny lives in a hosta, and he's got the bunny. I don't know if it's a he or she, but it won't. I mean, it'll just like move over and let you walk by. It won't jump away. And so it's a pretty cute little bunny. And we got foxes in our yard, and we're afraid the fox is going to eat the bunny one day.
Oh man.
And we got a bunch of squirrels. And I saw a deer 2 weeks ago. I saw a deer in my front yard, and now they've bush hogged the field next to it.
If
so
you
we
want
may
to
not
know
see
what
more
Keith
deer.
does, he watches the bunny and the deer in the house.
You know, it's you will get in trouble if you come hunting in our yard. We'll get you. We're animal lovers, and so that's why I like the bird.
I know.
Yeah.
What about Christmas? What about Christmas Christmas tree
we
ornaments?
do have Christmas ornaments.
Oh, how about that?
And our best seller that we're already stocking up on because we're starting to sell Christmas ornaments now is our Tri-Stars. We've got some Tennessee stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like
so
that.
we've been online only all these years, and so still selling plenty online. But
Forget it,
we're
Jesus. You're
excited.
out.
Okay,
It's
so-
We're
TriStar.
excited.
So let me ask you this. We got plenty of time to talk about stuff. So tell me, I sell something every once in a while on eBay.
Yep.
Why Etsy over eBay? Is it a better marketplace?
Okay. Yes,
I
there
have
is.
never bought anything on Etsy.
We can do some like small business coaching right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I
Yes.
want to hear
That's
this.
part of
Let's
my
do it.
nonprofit. So here we go.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Yeah. So started.
Maybe
on,
nonprofit means I don't have to pay for the info. So-
Yeah. So eBay is a marketplace that sells some of everything.
Yeah.
And so I've sold computers on eBay, and I've sold, I don't know, vintage stuff, like some of everything.
Yeah.
Whereas Etsy is a handmade marketplace, and so they do have some vintage.
Okay.
But then it's supposed to be only handmade goods.
Okay.
Or hand embellished goods. And so you might find like plastic phone cases, but they've been embellished. So that's the difference there.
We call that value added.
Value added.
There you
Look
go.
at you.
Good
That's
job,
what you do with
Keith.
tires.
That's exactly right.
Some tint.
That's exactly
value
right.
Added.
Stick an extra sticker on the window. Value added.
Value added. There are definitely people.
So I've learned something today already because I do these searches for certain things, and there's a lot of Etsy stuff that comes on and Reddit. I don't know what Reddit is either. I'm not on Reddit, but I've never bought anything off of Etsy. And I didn't know there was that type of difference in the marketplaces.
Exactly.
Wow.
And so Etsy is a handmade marketplace. So I showed up there, and people go to Etsy looking for these things. Whereas
Okay.
I also have my own .com website, and it's just harder to get people to there whenever you're a small
That's
independent
right.
brand.
Yeah.
And so we've sunk a lot of money into Facebook and Google ads, and it's just hard to get eyeballs.
Yeah.
So existing in marketplaces. We also sell wholesale, which has sustained us for a long time. And this is part of my coaching that I do with the brands that I serve is, okay, you can do the Etsy thing and have your own website, but then existing in some wholesale marketplaces. That way you can get boutique owners, small independent retailers buying from you with those bigger return orders. Really changes the game. And that changed the game for our leather business.
You should see the back end of the business. I don't know if you got to go see that the other day, but the back end and the back side of Jubilee Trading, there's a fulfillment center back there. And I guess it fulfills for all the brands that you represent and so forth. I can't remember. It was like 75 or 80 orders sitting there waiting to be packed. I'm like, goodness, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Now,
So
how
these
many
are
people do you guys employ here locally?
all right. So right now we're a small team and hoping to grow. So remember, this wasn't my 1,000 square foot studio 6 months ago. So, it's been a wild year. So there's me as executive director, and then Anna Gerritsen is our store manager that you'll see whenever you come shop, and she's also our lead designer. So she designs most of our metal art now, does all of our graphic design work for our brand, manages our websites. And then in the back is Christina, our warehouse manager, and the warehouse is where the nonprofit part really comes into play. And so we have our own goods. We're selling online. So obviously we need space to put that and pack and ship. But in moving out of my house and into this building where we're paying rent and have so much more overhead, I can afford to pay rent when there are people paying rent on my back shelves. So as I have made friends and networked in the social good missionary world of having small handmade brands based all over the world, a common issue is that usually these start with somebody moves overseas to serve a community, or they're an expat for whatever reason. They see an opportunity, fine craftsmanship. Oh, if we could just get this to the United States, we could like really change these people's lives. But they're living in that community, and they ship stuff to Aunt Kathy in Kentucky, who holds their stuff in her garage and will pack orders out of the goodness of her heart. But that's not very sustainable. And I kind of had the opposite deal of I'm here and I'm developed some good systems and I've got a team, but I'm not over there serving in those communities. So you do your work in your community. I'll just hold your stuff and ship for you. So being a fulfillment team, being a branch of their team, but located here in a low cost of living area where we can afford some warehouse space for not too much. One of the brands that we're serving now, their stateside team was based in Dallas because that's where that first person was like, yeah, I can help you. And we're able to fulfill for them so much more cost effectively because we're in Lawrenceburg.
Right, exactly.
Instead of Dallas. So that's, like I said, where the nonprofit part of this comes in. So we have a very generous business model with how we partner with these brands. So we have 2 brands actively in the warehouse right now that we're serving, and then 2 or 3 more on the way, just in a contract last night.
So do you have any products from those brands?
I do. So let's see. see which bag. I have so many bags with me today. So one of my favorites is, one of my favorites. They're both my favorites. So Azerbaijani socks, which I've practiced pronouncing.
And you know that I need socks.
And
Really?
I don't think that's a
stuff in the
picture.
map. They call them socks when they're really slippers, and so some of them have suede bottoms. I brought the kid one in today.
Isn't that, that's
Because
awesome.
They're so cute.
And I'm having a grandbaby in
Oh,
October.
my
I know, look at that.
So they.
So those are handmade by somebody in Azerbaijan. Handmade those.
Exactly.
Azerbaijan.
As-
Say it, Kevin.
Yeah.
Azerbaijan.
Good for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No,
He'll
no,
never
no,
be
no,
able to remember it again.
And I'll never use it ever again.
If you're ever skiing on the Caspian Sea and you go to the Western Shore, you'll be in Azerbaijan.
Oh man.
All right, I'll try. I have to trust you on that one.
Or Georgia.
It's really exciting to be able to partner with them. My friend Teresa has lived in Azerbaijan for 15 years now, and it's a Muslim country. Women don't really leave their homes, kind of stay to themselves. And they have women knitting from home, and there's 180 women in their knitter network now. And so they have a team of women that will go and meet up with each lady who's knitting once a month, sit with them, have tea, just have that friendship and develop these relationships. And by the way, you get paid for what you knit. It's a pay by the piece situation.
That's awesome.
Some are power knitters, some
So
do
these
little.
are $12.
Yeah.
Okay, so $12 in Azerbaijan. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure that goes a lot further than here.
I was fixing to say $12
yeah.
It'd take you all day to knit that, though, so think
all
about that.
day. You must not. I mean,
I bet if they know what they're doing, probably not quite that long.
Well, I'm
but
going
this is-
you know. There is a name on that. If you look at the tag, there's a name on that, and I think that's pretty awesome. Can you read that name? Do you need my glasses?
me and Keith share glasses some days.
sweet.
And one day Keith tried to take my glasses. I'm like, Keith, you can't take my glasses. I cannot. I don't know what that
All right,
says.
let's pass it.
Let's see.
All right, yeah, the woman who knits these signs
Got my head stuck to the back of the
and
suit.
ooh, maybe Ilana,
I
maybe
don't know.
Yeah, it looks like Ilana.
Ilana. All right, y'all are gonna love this one. I don't even know if I showed Keith this the other day. So, lots of knitted goods. They got beanies and gloves, but this is the cutest. So, they are. She calls them smittens.
Smittens.
They're holding hands mittens.
Well,
It's like a double mitten.
Oh, I see. And then that's the one.
Hand.
That's for the opposite hand.
Oh,
okay,
my
me and
goodness.
Keith,
It's
me
for
and Keith,
two. No, I'm not using
okay,
those.
you are. Come on. Me and Keith are going to try them on. Let's go.
I'm not doing it.
Yes, you are.
Although my friend came through recently and she was like,
Kevin's free.
he was like,
Kevin's hands are tiny. I mean, they're here. Come on.
It don't even fit right.
You see,
I had to reach the wrong way.
That's the wrong hand.
It's all right. It's the only one that's.
Put your other hand in here.
I can't put the other hand in there. It doesn't work.
Oh,
oh, that's so cute.
look, she's taking a picture.
There it is.
Oh,
The smitten
sweet. Oh,
was standing. That's almost like.
cheese.
that is so cute.
I mean, that is like
Isn't that-
ingenious.
So cute. So it's kind of a gag gift, but also like for that newly engaged couple. It's so sweet.
That's what me and Amy need some of those to walk down
So
the street.
sweet.
Amy, we have
Lovebirds.
found Keith's Christmas present.
They come in multiple colors. Yeah, so I love that.
That's not near as cute as my little baby
Oh,
slippers. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm scared.
Go ahead and answer it.
No, we're not.
Maybe
answering
somebody wants to know where Azerbaijan is. We still got
it.
20
what if,
minutes.
What if they want the trading post?
That's okay. We'll take a birthday, whatever they got.
Hey, we got some stuff. We'll sell them.
Yeah.
WDXE.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, where is her store going to be?
That's probably
Thank you.
the best question of the day, right there.
Thank you.
Thank you for not asking for the trading post.
we are at 333 West Gaines Street, And so that is the old Southern Printing Building at that last red light coming out of town toward Crockett Park at the end of Buffalo Road.
Okay, yeah. So we're pretty visual folks, and we're landmark folks here in Lawrenceburg. And so if you're heading west toward Crockett Park and you make it to the red light there at Buffalo Road, you've gone too far. Just
do a little U-turn.
I was going to say throw it in reverse, but that's pretty dangerous. Don't throw it in reverse. Take a left and then pull into the parking lot, and you'll see it's a little bluish building.
Absolutely.
And it's got the,
and like I said, the Saturdays are grand opening, 20% off the whole store, $100 raffle, and espresso revival coffee truck.
And also, if you want to see a tour of the store, you can go to Facebook on WLX, WDXE, or I think I put it on the X as well.
Great.
I did a tour of the store.
Yeah, Charlotte and I walked you through the whole thing.
Did, and you've got a chance to win a surprise at the end of the video.
Yeah.
And so we are giving away a gift card. Don't tell anybody. But we're giving away a gift card there as well.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. So, Azerbaijan. Then our other partners in the back warehouse are out of Kenya.
Okay. This
And
Me and Kevin could not say it again if we had to.
Azerbaijan.
Okay.
Ah, show off.
yeah, and so we're thrilled to partner with this brand. The lady who runs it, we've been friends for years, and we do all of their stateside fulfillment. They are operating in Kenya and have 50 people full-time employed with a kids decor brand. And so they have so many adorable screen-printed canvas goods. They have cute little pillows. We only have a handful of their things stocked in the storefront. So adorable. So sweet. And so,
Can I see that?
yeah.
Hey, Keith, I got you something.
I love who you are. Well, thank you so much.
Oh.
Here, I got you something. Be still.
But so we carry a handful of our fulfillment partners' things in our storefront, and that's part of the nonprofit. So we do fulfillment services for these brands, and so that's all behind the scenes. But that's what we got started in this location for. And then we also do business coaching for more people than we actually have in the warehouse even. So just anything that I've learned along the way that can pass on to somebody else to help them serve their community. So with the Azerbaijani socks and Imani Collective is the Kenyan brand. 180 artisans part-time, 50 artisans full-time.
Wow.
Being employed through that. And I don't know life in Azerbaijan. I don't know how to help somebody there. But if I can make life easier for the people who do,
Sure.
then that's
Isn't that awesome?
It's really cool. So then the storefront serves even more. What you got?
You got a couple more things.
I got a couple more things.
Okay.
I gotta see 'em.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, what about did you not bring a stuffed T-Rex with you?
I didn't.
Oh, so that's a Kenyan thing. So I have
I
to
didn't
ask this
see the
question.
T-Rex.
That's
I mean,
warehouse.
Stephanie has traveled the world, and you said that you grew up being a National Geographic girl.
Yeah.
And how did the world differ from what you read in those pages? I mean, like right now, Kenya to me is this hot African desert, desolate place. I don't know. In my mind, that's what Kenya is. Have you been there? Have you been?
I've not been to Kenya yet.
Okay,
It's on
so
the list.
for a product to come out of Kenya and it's you know,
Cute little screen printed.
you know, you would never think
And they
about
sell them
things.
there in their storefront there too.
And there's a person there named Elizabeth that made this.
Exactly.
So that's so cool.
Yep.
There's probably a lot of people named Elizabeth there.
And there could be because, but I don't know why but I'm just saying.
I would say that after getting a few stamps on my passport, the realization in the like National Geographic magazines versus actually going places is realizing that even though on the pages of a magazine scrolling the internet looks completely different,
Yeah.
people are the same everywhere.
You
They
know,
really
I had
are.
that same, I just had the same conversation in the kitchen, you know.
Exactly.
Yes.
I grew up scared to death of Russia. And when I went to Russia, there are folks just like you and I are. They put their
Exactly.
pants on like I do, you know.
Exactly.
Well, I think I've not been as many places as you, but I've been to several third world countries.
I almost had you pick up a package for me while you were in, where would you go last time?
Denmark.
Denmark, yeah. I had a package stuck
That's
in
not a
Denmark.
third world country, though.
It's not, but to me it is because I couldn't.
It is,
you know,
but
it was holding a
no, I'm
package in
thinking
my hand.
more of when I went to Poland, or that's not a third world
Yeah,
country
Poland's-
either, but Poland. Venezuela is what I'm thinking of. I went to Caracas.
Absolutely.
And when you see kids eating out of garbage cans, that's a different place.
It is.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
no.
one thing, and you probably did too, Steph, in Charlotte, is that you realize even on the worst day in America, it's we got it made.
You do.
Absolutely.
When you can go into a restaurant and
We're so
beg
blessed to
someone,
live in a country like America.
But,
Absolutely.
okay, so back to.
Okay.
There's
I'm
a couple-
sorry, I
no,
told you to be a lot of
I know.
interjections.
This is great. So I've got. Let's see how much time we got. We got 15 minutes,
Oh, yeah.
and we'll get it full circle. So in the storefront was not high on my priority list when we moved into this location, but now this is pretty exciting. So yep.
No, I'm sorry, I'm biting my lip. There's a local point
we
to this.
do. We do.
Okay, so that's where I want to take us to.
All right.
And I know you're getting there.
Yeah. So I have two brands. The Highland Ridge Decor is what I make with my dad. His shop's on Highland Ridge Road. That's where I grew up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And so Highland Ridge Decor has become our Made in Tennessee brand. And so in that, we have screen printed tea towels that Anna, my designer, designs. And then they're printed at HD Ink in Leoma down the road from us.
I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
We've got towels similar to that in our house, and they are used for everything but tea.
That's fine.
Is that?
I use these.
I didn't know it was a tea towel, to be honest with you. That's awesome.
I use these like paper towels in my house.
There you go.
They're 100%.
We use them on
cotton.
picnics.
Yeah, absolutely.
take
You
them on
take
picnics.
picnics?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where do you go on a picnic?
Crockett Park.
Great picnic.
Hey, I tell you the best. Well, my wife would probably argue this, but the best, what I consider the best anniversary gift I got my wife was I got her a picnic basket full of everything you need to go on a picnic, and then we went. And
Great.
so
You
we
know,
got stuff like
we
that.
are giving away a preview for everybody listening right now. Is that WDXE is gearing up to give away a prize for the month. We're going to take qualifiers for. It's sitting in my office. I debated. Now that you say that,
Is it a
you're
guitar?
just- what?
Is it a guitar?
No, it's a picnic pack.
Oh, I didn't know
A
that.
picnic pack.
What a segue. That's awesome.
I know. So y'all really helped me with that. I debated between a picnic backpack and a cooler. It's a backpack cooler.
Yeah.
And so it's insulated. And so I went with the insulated backpack to carry your picnic in.
That is so cool.
Very nice.
And I was at the Outlook yesterday, and she gave me some things to put in the backpack. And I bought a picnic blanket, and we're going to start taking qualifiers to give it away on WDXE.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I think they need.
They need those to go
They
in.
need these
Show
to
show
take.
those. Those are awesome.
Yeah, so now in the picnic.
So,
And
Stephanie, before I cut you off for the 8th time, you were
Great.
talking about the Highland Ridge brand that
Yes.
is Tennessee branded.
But Phil Hooper, who owns
Exactly.
HD Inc., I grew up with Phil,
Oh, he's
and
fantastic.
I went to church with Phil at Leoma Baptist for years.
Phil, we're
and
praying
years.
for you as she speaks.
And they are screen printed here in Leoma. So we will put this in our picnic pack
Yeah.
as a giveaway.
Yep.
So, all we need to go in our picnic pack now is
Is
maybe,
food.
well, we're going to put food in it. Maybe.
That's always a plus on a picnic.
Well, we'll get a gift card from Strikers to go in
nice.
there.
Ooh.
Nice.
And you know what would be great in there too?
Yeah, loaf of bread.
Well, I was going to say an oil change from Heritage to help you get.
No. You don't want to ruin a picnic by working on your car.
No, you need to get to your picnic.
Yeah. You don't want to be stranded on
You
the
don't
side
wanna
of the
get
road.
stranded,
in
but
some
we'll
Yeah,
talk-
that's exactly. Hey, we talked about that the other day.
Getting stranded. So
Yeah.
you don't want to get stranded.
No.
But this hour is sponsored by Heritage, but we'll talk about that. So, but anyway.
Yeah, so
But
those
these
tea
are
towels,
beautiful.
They're like the best for hostess gifts, bridal shower gifts. We get people buying them in bulk. Yeah, so
But I love
so
these.
versatile.
These are beautiful.
They are not the dish towels that you leave and don't touch. Use these.
Yeah.
Use them. They wash real good. You can. It's screen printed, just like a T-shirt, so you can bleach them. So
Can you
just
bleach 'em?
Use them.
I bleach everything.
Use them. I use them. I literally use them like paper towels in my house. We have 2 preschoolers. We clean up things constantly.
And I'm telling you today, these days, not to cut you off like I did again, but have you ever been to the grocery store lately and bought paper towels?
Oh my goodness!
It's unbelievable.
Buy these and use them forever.
I saw a guy on YouTube hanging his up, bringing them out and hanging them up and using them again. I'm fixing to start that. It's gotten to that point. But now we can just buy these tea towels and substitute.
Towels. Absolutely.
That's not going to be our new favorite word, tea towels.
And if you are out of diapers, you can
Are you going to
diaper.
use these for diapers?
You know, back when I was growing up, that's what we used, I guess.
Yeah,
You know, it was diapers during the
Sure they
week
big
and
enough
tea
for you?
towels on Sunday.
He's not wearing diapers now, Kevin.
thought he was.
Kevin, he's not stealing diapers.
Oh, me.
All right, so the part that we're really excited about for local.
We're not excited
The
yet.
drum roll.
Oh, no.
There you
We
go.
don't hit the table in here.
Here we
It's
go.
not good for
Oh,
that.
is it bang the
whoops.
thing? Sorry.
So
for
we
everybody's
do have
listening
a few
online.
other local crafted things. We could go on for hours, but what we're
That's cool.
excited about is our hand poured candles made in house at Jubilee Trading Company. So it's under our Highlander brand because it's made in Tennessee. But Anna, who runs our store, is our candle pourer.
Can I smell that?
Please do tell us what
Can
it
he
smells
sniff
like.
your candle?
Give us the visual,
Hang on. Hang on. You can't read it. I got to.
make
Oh.
it a visual for us.
What do you think it is? What flavor?
That smells like a caramel latte.
Oh wow, yeah.
Is that it?
It's not.
What is it?
I read the label.
Oh, Charlotte.
Sherlock over there.
Oh, I thought it said peach.
What?
It
Ah,
doesn't
dude.
say peach.
What's it say? Teeny glasses.
No, I do need glasses, but it don't. I thought it said peach.
It does smell really good. It smells like caramel latte to me.
It does say coffee on it.
Oh, it does?
Yes. This is a coffee break. It
So,
says a
so the coffee
peaceful-
lady was at our
Smells-
place yesterday.
Smells like a peaceful
and I
coffee
got a
break.
vanilla latte. She makes great vanilla lattes.
Very nice.
Okay, but we need to just keep,
Come on. She's got to talk about her brand.
She can talk about it without.
I got to see the name before we move on.
I
told
can't.
you.
I
can't let it go.
Exactly.
She said it's a peaceful coffee break.
It smells like a peaceful coffee break.
Oh, really? So it's named Peaceful Coffee Break?
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
I'm sorry, I missed that altogether. I mean,
Wait,
My
did y'all
goodness.
just see that go by? It went
Oh.
right over
Listen,
to
my-
and out the front door.
okay, I'm back in my body.
All right. You're good.
Wait, leave the lid off. We want to smell it.
Ooh, it does smell really good. That's probably the best smelling candle I've ever smelled.
Oh, well,
It is really good.
I almost wanted to lick it. I mean,
goodness.
I got to tell
It
you.
does smell that good. It's,
did you leave your coffee in the kitchen?
No, I drank it all. You got to understand, I don't like coffee. I like coffee creamer.
This smells like coffee cream.
so you guys make those down there?
Yeah. In-house.
So people were looking at the, because, did I say you could take my candle?
No, but I just want to.
He's got to read the label. You know that.
He doesn't
he
trust you.
does
So-
not trust you.
So the crafts that y'all use
Yep.
to make the candles are the same as the. I do that exact same
Do
thing.
we need bigger print?
Did it
help?
No, I didn't.
The R&D I needed.
I'm in between glasses, and so
I know, I do
refuse
that
to
too.
change
I do that too.
because I can hold stuff far enough out
I know.
for a
So
buying a pair
anyway,
of
the
glasses.
same crafts you use to make coffee are the same crafts y'all use to pour the candles.
So what is soy?
Oh, that is true.
It says it's
Okay.
a soy
So-
candle. What does that mean?
Yeah, so soy versus, and I'm learning, I'm not the candle pourer.
Okay.
But soy wax versus this, I don't know if it's synthetic.
Beeswax or
paraffin.
whatever, or-
Beeswax is good, it's natural.
Okay.
But soy is 100% natural wax, so it doesn't like put things in the air that eventually give you cancer or anything like that. And then our fragrances are also natural essential oil fragrances. So it's a candle that's not going to kill your brain cells or anything. But it's healthy. It's natural. Some people get headaches from synthetic, the
Yeah.
cheap Walmart candles that are
Are you
made.
saying?
Amy, that is the issue at our house. Amy, we have finally learned the source of migraines at our house.
No way.
It is the
Walmart.
That is the
Forget it.
ingredients in the.
Amy, go home. If you are home,
She's
throw
watching
away.
today, probably.
Amy, throw away all your Walmart candles.
There you go. And
Throw them away.
this-
Go home.
There
Throw
you
them
go.
away.
Get rid of them.
So
Amy-
made with natural
Amy, you don't
ingredients.
know.
I like the
So-
warning. I've been reading the warnings on this. It's like when this is in use, it could get hot.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Kind of makes
I,
sense.
I had to tell
Don't-
my insurance company that we were making candles in house, and they were like, "Oh, please, why are you doing this?"
So I heard you're going to have a workshop on this.
Yeah, so we are.
I didn't
in
get to
the-
finish my
in the
statement.
works.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Well,
Stop it.
So okay, so what were you going to say?
go for it.
So the same things that you use, the
Yeah.
carafes and the scales. And so
Yeah.
people kept going over thinking there were coffee in the
Oh,
candle
in the
things.
candle pours.
in the candle pours, and they're looking in there. Oh, it's not coffee. I'm walking.
Yeah.
Because they're the same coffee. Because I went to barista school, and they're
yeah,
the same
yeah.
scales for the coffee, and they're like, oh, it's not coffee. And they're walking away.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah. At our ribbon cutting co-work coffee, great, kindly donated coffee for us, and our refreshments were in our future candle workshop.
Oh, wow.
And
See,
so
I missed
there
that portion of the.
Yeah, because
There
you
were
were
these-
late.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
we had all the little, like if you see a barista doing the latte art, that's the little.
Yeah, if y'all would have saw
carafes
my
that-
latte art, y'all would have said, you need to quit now.
But yeah, that's what we use
My
for our
kids,
workshops.
we choose teams for game night.
Yeah.
And trivia, nobody beats me. But when it comes to game night and we draw, they're like, nobody wants to be on my team because I cannot draw a stick man.
Oh, my
They're
goodness.
like, they're trying to guess, and they're like, nobody can
What's the
get.
name of that game where you draw something and your team tries to figure out what you're drawing? Pictionary. There you
Yeah,
go.
nobody wants to be on my team
Oh,
for
I
that.
can imagine.
Trivia, everybody wants to be on my team.
Hey,
Game night.
Amy and I and Spencer will give you a run at trivia Thursday nights at the Mexican restaurant. We're
Oh man.
all
Well-
about eating the next meal for free.
And then
man.
the headband game, my son's like, I'm not playing. Because he can never guess what's on the headband.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
He's like, forget it. Okay, sorry.
Forget it.
Okay,
Hey,
we got it.
I think
We got like 4 minutes. So
I think we've almost come full circle. So, so we carry all of these things in our shop at Jubilee Trading Company,
And more.
333 West Gaines Street. 20% off whole store this weekend for our grand opening. But more, now that we have a storefront, we're able to partner with brands that I'm not serving through fulfillment or business coaching, but they're friends of mine that are working in other corners of the world. Oh, it did bring quick.
Oh, yeah, I gotta
One
see it.
last show and tell. I brought a bracelet that's been our bestseller so far as other brands. My friend Emily is a missionary in Honduras, and she's down there right now for the summer, and she serves a mountain community, but they have a local clay source, and so they have these clay beads, and they're unfinished, so they also serve as essential oil diffusers, and it comes with...
How does that happen?
What?
Do you like to soak it in oil or something?
Just put a couple drops of oil on it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then it's just sitting on your wrist, and you smell
Okay.
it. It makes you peaceful.
I've never.
Yeah, and
done
these
that.
have a tassel, and it comes with a card that matches. And so they're called dwell bracelets, and it gives you a Bible verse to dwell on and think about with your tassel.
now you can be still
Yeah.
and dwell on your Bible
There you go.
verse.
I like that.
Yeah, and I'm a plant person, so we're also a plant store.
I like how you said, we're not really a plant store, but we're a plant store.
Yeah, yeah. So we partner with TriStar Wholesale Nursery in Loretto, and they've hooked us up with some beautiful indoor house plants that.
And
I'm
I promise
just really
you, I can
excited
kill
about.
it in 5 minutes.
Hey,
You have a
You're in
talent.
good company.
then you can come back for more.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow, it has
but
been.
Was your back printed at HE?
This was not. This was a test of something else. So
Oh, sorry.
Show it.
I
It's
did
a
not say
prototype.
that.
Yeah. It's a
Retract that
prototype.
statement. I did cut, rewind,
yeah.
scrub it.
So one more time before we get going,
Wait,
tell
does
everybody
anybody,
who you
does
are, where
anybody
you
have
are.
any questions? I got 2 minutes.
Yeah,
if
we've
you
got 2
wanna
minutes.
call
Get us
in.
going.
Ask any questions.
Because we hit a hard break in here about 2 minutes, don't we?
Well, you know what? I got the control to take away hard
Oh,
breaks.
way to go.
Because I am that talented.
You can hit the button.
I got buttons.
Exactly right.
But the exciting thing about Jubilee Trading Company, the storefront where y'all get to participate, is that every purchase impacts somebody else's life.
That's
for the
so
better.
good.
Now, you
That's
know,
so
that's
good.
the name of the game here.
And it's not made in China junk.
Nope.
All right.
No, we had
You
a
will not
long
find that
conversation
there.
about that on the X yesterday. It's not made in China.
Yeah.
Keith does not like stuff made in China.
And it's hard not to get. I mean, it's hard to get away from it.
Keith wandered around Hobby Lobby asking employees there, harassing employees.
I did not. I just asked a gentleman. I'm looking for something.
Innocent little people.
I'm looking for something not made in China. I was like, well, you're in the wrong place.
And I have no control over this.
Even the American flag that was in there was made in China.
Well,
So there you go.
What?
Can we not even make American flags in America? We'll get on that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get on that stump next time.
Oh,
Don't.
Listen, it's been a pleasure, Stephanie, having you here. This hour has flown by.
It has.
It's unbelievable.
Been fun. I'm so glad I got to come.
If you want some neat handmade stuff that's made by artisans around the world and it goes to a good cause and it's not made in China and you know you're going to be affecting somebody else's life for the better, come see them at Jubilee Trading Post and tell us where you are one more
Trading
time.
Company.
Trading Company. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're not Post
Yeah,
Company.
well, whatever.
333 West Gaines Street.
333 West Gaines Street. Follow your GPS there or head west toward Crockett Park and turn right before you get to the red light. Turn left. Because you turn right, you'll go into the old bumper boat place. Which we
I know. We had an argument about that too, but we'll
right.
get there.
Anyway,
But we
you got to be my
appreciate
guest
you.
again because I know you're going to be getting more
We've
stuff
got
and
so
more
many
stuff.
more stories to tell.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
barely scraped the surface.
Absolutely.
Well, Keith, thank you so much. And
This
Stephanie.
is WDXE, W287AA, and W237FD Lawrenceburg. Broadcast services of Prospect Communications.